Hello and welcome to VR Reviews. Today we'll be reviewing the Unifive Posing Series Nappa. So yes, here we have another Unifive Posing Series review of Nappa this time. One of the best characters in Dragon Ball Z Abridged. And he is similarly articulated and detailed to the rest of these figures in this way. Unfortunately, I don't have the black and white variant for this one today, so we'll just be looking at him. So let's go ahead and zoom into the articulation, scope, pay details, all those sorts of things. Alright, start off with a quick size comparison. Of course, here we have Nappa. Here is the Shoto Vegeta. Here is a standard Marvel Universe 3 3/4 inch Wolverine and a standard Marvel Legends 6-inch Superior Spider-Man. This is another one of those Unified figures that work well in scale with Vegeta. He is Nappa is crouched down, very low, but if he was actually standing all the way up, I believe the scale would work very well. Of course, he is shorter than a Marvel Universe figure, and way shorter than a Marvel Legends figure. Now, let's get everything else out of here and just look at Nappa. Alright, moving on our 360 spin, here we have Nappa. He is wearing his Saiyan armor, which is yellowish-brown and dark blue, almost black. Around the hands, he has one open posing sort of hand that has a gauntlet on it that has a similar style to the rest of his Saiyan armor. And then he has a fist on the other side. He has his tail wrapped around his waist, and then he's got those little plates that flow down around the waist. His boots have a similar design to the rest of his armor. He's in this sort of a squatting down pose, ready to deliver some sort of attack, I'm sure. And overall, all of his muscles and stuff are very nicely detailed. There's a little bit of vein work and stuff like that. Overall, very cool looking Nappa. I approve of it. Now let's go ahead and zoom in on that head sculpt. Zooming in on Nappa's head sculpt, you can see that he has an open, screaming face. He's got his little mustache there. Inside of the mouth is painted, teeth are painted, eyes, eyebrows, all that kind of stuff. He has a little bit of vein work sculpted in the top of his head there, which is very cool. He has a very good head sculpt, one of the better ones that I've seen in this series. Now let's zoom out and look at some articulation. Articulation-wise, Nappa is fairly standard for this series. His head joint here rotates and then it tilts all the way back really nicely for flying poses and the like. He has cuts here at the shoulders, so his arms rotate that way. Single hinge elbow, and then he has a hinge in the hand on this side, and then he has a waist cut. So that's fairly acceptable. You can get him into a couple of poses. Now let's move on to Nappa's accessories, which are just his base. Here is Nappa's stand. It has a flight arm here with a peg in it, which pegs into his butt. But he also has foot pegs here, so you can take that off and just peg him onto there standing up. His flying looks a bit strange. It doesn't quite work, mostly because his legs aren't posable. But you can choose either one you desire. Now, that wraps it up for Nappa and all of his accessories, so let's move on to the packaging. Packaging-wise, you get your big sort of store-style display box here that contains all the smaller boxes, and then here is one of the smaller boxes which contains the actual figure, sort of blind box style. Unfortunately, they're not particularly good for in-package display, but they serve their purpose. So, yeah, Nappa. Alright, that wraps it up for Nappa, so until next time, goodbye! Hello, you've just watched one of my videos. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed my videos. If you didn't, run away and never return. Also, feel free to check out my other channels, Venom Raptor for all my variety gaming content, and VR Reviews for reviews of various action figures and collectibles. Thank you, and goodbye.